The Village Motel.
DirtTrackDigest.com. If it's on dirt, it's on Dirt Track Digest.
This is the 31st Lap Podcast, recorded live in the studios of FingerLakes1.com in downtown Seneca Falls, New York. And now, your host, Chris Marquardt.
Good afternoon, good evening, welcome to episode number 160, if you can believe that, of the 31st Lap. Mike Mallett joining me on the Dirt Track Digest Skype line. Mike, man, welcome to episode 160. We were just talking about how some days it's hard to believe that we've already done this 160 times. Can you believe that?
No, that's nuts, man. That's nuts. We've been doing this that long. What, year three? Year 3.5, 4?
We're coming up. I think we're coming up on 4. Because the first, our first show was that the fateful Super Dirt Week where Stu Friesen was caught with questionable situations with his fuel cell. Remember that? We did that around the card table.
Yeah, we did.
But
we did.
Have you been? I know at times you'll dive into the history side of things and you can appreciate it. Have you caught on to what's going on at Oswego this weekend?
I believe ISMA Supers are going to be there.
Yeah, they've also got 4 of the Shampine cars there.
That'll be neat.
Yeah, it's really cool. They've all been restored. It's a '66 entry. Then they got the first offset car. They've got the wedge car. And then they've got the ESS Sprint car that he ran as well. All of them have been restored to their era of glory, if you will. Some of them were raced right up until the 1990s, if you can believe that. But those cars are all going to be on display at Oswego this weekend. It was cool to read about. I mean, they had Oswego. Danny Kaye does a great job all the time as it is, but Oswego really sharing a lot of the history of each one of the cars and the significance of those 4, and it's the first time that the 4 of those cars have ever been together in one spot as part of the not only in one spot, but this time being part of the Jim Shampine Memorial events up there at Oswego this weekend.
Yeah, some good stuff going on this weekend. I mean, if you want to go see some racing, you can do it.
And it sounds like
that.
It sounds like the weather's going to cooperate for 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, it looks like we'll be all right. Monday was the iffy day, but I think that hopefully that's looking a little better for us at Utica Rome. I mean, I know for me, I might actually be able to get to go to a race, which would be nice, because last weekend I did a 500-mile world tour for nothing. So
tell us about your
You know, it's one of those days where you don't have a good feeling going into it, but you got to go. It's part of the job. You know, I mean, I'm the traveling announcer for the Empire Super Sprints, and I had no conflicting dates or anything. And on Saturday, and off we went to Selinsgrove Speedway. Had a nice lunch at the Selinsgrove Hotel, thanks to my friend Joe Kaminsky. It was great. And then we went over the track. We got there about 4:15 or so. Did some things there at the track for about 25 minutes. You know, just hung out for a bit, and then went to the bathroom. Came back out of the bathroom. I went into the bathroom. The sun was shining. I'm like, all right, we're gonna see some racing. I'm walking out of the bathroom, and it's black, and I see lightning, and I hear thunder. I'm like, crap.
Not promising.
So, nope. So within an hour or so, or half hour from there, that was all she wrote. So from there, we did the crazy. What is it? We decided to go east, which is probably not a good idea. The rain was moving east, but we thought we had a window. And the famous Joe Murata's famous "We have a window." We thought we had a window at Grandview, so we eastbound and downed it, loaded up in trucking, and headed over towards Grandview.
Any more cliches you want to get in there before you tell your story?
No, I'm figuring out how to get them all in. And then we got, we called my good friend Jeff Gromis. He said, he works there at Grandview. He said, yeah, we're racing. Come on over. We think it's going to miss us. I'm like, sweet. Because they had a window. Literally, it was, there was the blue area in the rain, the yellow and the red and the purples. It was one of those days. I mean, I hit some rain that I haven't seen in a while. I mean, I couldn't see, as we were leaving Selinsgrove, I could not see, 5 feet in front of my car. It was coming down that hard. So we looked at the radar, kept checking, and we said, what, screw it, let's go for it. So we got on the highway, started heading over, called Jeff again. Yeah, we're good. And then, he's like, I'll put you on the list. I'm like, oh, that's it. That's the death knell. So no more than 10 minutes later, we're about a half hour away. We get the call. Yeah, we just got hammered. We didn't think we were going to get it, and it just clipped us, and it was just enough to, that they couldn't recover from it. So,
right.
And that was it.
How's Evans Mills? How's that been?
Been fun, but I didn't get to go last weekend, obviously, because of the rain and weather.
Yeah.
I was at Selinsgrove, and this weekend I'm off the Fonda Speedway. And I don't know what they got. They have NEMA Midgets up there this weekend, so that should be good.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could go to that show. I'd like to see NEMA Midgets because I'm sure they're going to fly around that racetrack. But that's okay. 2 weeks, June the 6th, the Empire Super Sprints are there for our Kevin Warren Memorial Assault on the Asphalt.
Nice. We went to Black Rock.
I'm looking forward to that race. That's going to be a good one.
We went to Black Rock on Friday and caught the tail of that dragon you were talking about with the rain, and it set the show back about an hour or so, and then the modified feature got to lap 17, and they ended up washing out again. The Jared Zimbardi, what a race he put on. He was racing pretty strong with Kyle Drum and ended up picking up the win in that show. Brady Fultz got his first modified win with the big blocks at Black Rock. It was a lot of fun. We went there. They saved the track, and the track was it smooth. It was so smooth, and the sprint cars were absolutely loving it, and everybody was racing pretty clean. It was fun to be back there. It was a lot of fun. It was a good race.
Yeah, I've heard. I had a chance to chat with Jason Barney about it, and he said it was pretty good. If it would have been better, he said, if he didn't get a left rear flat. So
yeah, it didn't help.
Said it was running good. I think he ended up just inside the top 5. So, it happens.
Kyle Drum looked pretty good.
Yeah, it had some good racing from what I've heard. So hopefully we kick our season off. We're 0 for 4. So
yeah,
I'd
not
like to
good.
see some Empire Super Sprint action. Well, we're at Fonda Saturday night. So
did you catch the Outlaws at Weedsport?
Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Well, I got Utica, so I couldn't do that.
Oh, right. Forgot that.
I did Friday catch the Outlaws from Williams Grove. We got rained out about 7 o'clock at Brewerton. So I said, screw it. Let's go home. We hooked the laptop up and to the big screen and watched it on Dirt Vision. So got to see Greg Hodnett get beat by Donnie Shots. That was a kick in the stones, but oh well. What are you gonna do?
Right.
That's racing. Donnie Shots is the best for a reason. I've come to that conclusion. As much he's just amazing. Simply amazing. What he can do in a race car. He can put his car in a lane that nobody else can go in, and he can win. It's impressive.
He has been known to do that.
Yeah, he did it again on Sunday at Weedsport. So can't take it away from him.
Probably gonna end up being a little bit of an abbreviated 31st lap this week. We're getting ready in the morning. We're packing everything up and going to Washington Courthouse, Ohio, for 4 days out there, Bash for Cash. And I know you don't like the Derby stuff, blah 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 blah, because that's one of your favorite things to laugh at me about. However, there's a gentleman that runs in the Derby circles named Todd Height, and he runs with a team called Steerface Racing. He is most likely, by the end of the year, going to be making a start in a pure stock division car at Fonda.
Okay.
He's got some relations over there, so it's going to be cool to see that transition, and I think it might be kind of fun to have him on the show, talk a little bit about what that's like. He grew up going to Fonda, spent a lot of time at Utica, and a lot of the tracks down that way, and always been a fan of modifieds. He follows it pretty close. He's an avid listener of the 31st lap, so I think it might be kind of cool to have Todd on and talk a little bit with him about what it means not only to jump into the family ride that hasn't been run, even though the thing was just recently built, but at the same time to run at a track as legendary as Fonda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fonda's fun. I grew up going there, as we've talked on this show multiple times, and I always enjoy going back. And it's nice to go back and announce, once in a while. Especially for me this weekend, getting the Empire Super Sprint season kicked off.
Hopefully.
Doesn't
right?
No, I think we're good. I'm watching the weather. The chance of rain is almost 0, so that's a bonus. Then again, if there's a 1.12% chance of rain, the way our season's going, we're gonna get it. So
you've got a window that spans about 36 hours, so you should be okay.
Yeah, we should be all right on that one, and we should be good Sunday too. We have been looking good, so let's hope. I need to see some sprint car racing. It's been a few weeks, so I need to get some of that in me.
Has it been that long for you?
Yeah, I got racing in this past weekend at Utica, but my race count's taking a little hit here. When you get 2 rainouts in a weekend.
How about Stu Friesen? On the topic of sprint cars, how about Stu Friesen's running?
Yeah, a nice run on Sunday. Top 5 against the Outlaws. Can't beat that.
No, and then you got a modified win.
Yep. Picked up the win at Weedsport, a $3,500 payday. I was a little surprised. I wrote about it this week. I had a abbreviated column, if you will.
Right.
Just because I didn't get to go to any racetracks other than Utica Rome, and I try not to. If I'm announcing, I try not to write from that speedway. I don't want to get in the middle of not being partial or whatever else. Obviously I'm still partial to Utica Rome. Let's be honest. But
and Eastern States.
Yeah, in Eastern States, which I can't go to. But anyways, so I try not to, cover an event that I'm working like that as the announcer. It's one thing to work as a PR guy, do the press release, and then write, a column based on that. That's different. But when it comes to announcing, I tend to stay out of it. We got John Douglas at Utica that does a nice job. So we let him take care of that, and I don't have to worry about it. So I wrote about, car counts. It seemed to be, what's the word I'm looking for here? Crappy. They paid $3,500 to win on Sunday at Wheatsport, and they've got, 16 cars? Utica Rome, we paid our usual purse, $2,000 to win. We got 19 cars. 5 Mile Point had a show on Sunday. They got 19 cars. And, it's just, the only ones that had a huge car count were the World of Outlaws at Wheatsport at 35, which you don't expect being in Central New York.
Right.
But obviously they did a nice job. They had some Western Ohio guys. Obviously Dave Blaney running the Wheatsport Speedway on the wing helped that show. And from the folks down in Pennsylvania, Brent Marks came up, Danny Dietrich, Greg Hodnett. And of course, Hodnett sets a new track record, and I didn't get to see that. But
probably won't be getting that wing either.
It's the National Open's coming, man. It's only in October. Right. We're good. Or September, beginning of October. I'll get it. Don't worry, the pennies are already going in the bank account for that. So,
excellent.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for that. So that it's scary to see. Normally the car count thing kind of hits us. July, August, when you get in that dead sprint through summer where there's not a lot of rainouts and there's a lot going on. That's normally when you get hit by the car count bug. But unfortunately, it seems like it's coming early.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if it's a byproduct. Again, the guys just are out of money now. The economy hasn't been good for how long? Or is it just, guys are saving their stuff for, real big pay. Monday, Utica's got a $10,000 win, the Victoria. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how many cars we get for that.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. There's a lot of money on the line there at Utica on Monday. Last night, Jeremy Corcoran at Canandaigua didn't have a bad field, 37 for the $6,400 to win race, which Matt Shepard whooped their behinds.
Something crazy like
Shepard's good at Canandaigua. Larry White, I will say this. He on a longer run, Shepard was good in open track. Right. When they got the traffic, Larry could gain on him pretty good. Gaining on Matt and passing him, I don't know if Larry had enough for him, but Larry looked good. And they were the class of the field, no doubt. Billy Dunn was there. Billy Dunn, he looked, he looked just bad early in the night. I don't know if it was because he hasn't been out in the big block yet this year or what. But then as the night went on, he got remarkably better, then ended up inside the top 5 at the end of the night after going to the pits to change a tire, I believe. So that was impressive. He was impressive in the feature. Very impressive. So that was, I felt bad. Gary Tompkins, he had a win earlier in the year. We chatted with him.
Boy, did that change fast.
In the Vincent 93. Yeah, they had problems last night. He started Derek Pozziadlo's car in the feature, took a couple laps and pulled in. So I don't know unfortunately what transpired there for Tompkins, but sad to see that happen already. So we'll see how that shakes out.
I haven't been able to confirm it, but there's reports that he cooked the motor.
I couldn't confirm it either. As I said, I was announcing last night, so I didn't get a chance to do much pit work because by the time we got done, everybody was pretty much packed up and out of there.
Right. Did you have fun? I heard the track was just smooth as ice, and it let some guys, really.
You got your two trains of thought on that. You got those folks that hate when the track gets real slick and yada yada yada, and you got the folks that like to hammer down, put her to the wood and go kind of track. I thought last night the track was fine. The racing was good. You could pass on the top or the bottom.
That's what I'm saying.
There's two grooves. I don't know.
Gave those guys options. It gave them options. Gave them the chance where they could run where they needed to go.
Guys could pass cars. You can't ask for any more than that. We are still in New York, and basically everybody has the same type of racetrack. Right. Ultimately, at some point throughout the night, it gets slick. That's it. Period. Done. It's New York. It's just what you got to deal with. If you like, if you're a New York modified fan, that's what you get.
A lot of times when the argument turns to that conversation where you've got a real heavy track and it's hammered down, you still don't see a ton of passing because everybody's running the same groove. You can't pass anybody.
Yeah, because everybody ultimately ends up being the same speed.
Right.
Hey, I just got a request here for someone to have you turn up the volume a little bit.
Turn up the volume on who? Me?
Turn up the volume up. Yep.
How about that, guys? How's that sound?
Hopefully that's better for him.
All right.
So I mean that's ultimately what it does. The heavy track makes everybody the same speed, and then there is no passing.
Right. There's no chance.
Because everybody just kind of hammers the cushion with the Hoosier or the American Racer, and off you go.
there's like I get the whole I don't like it slick when it gets locked down and everybody goes to the bottom and they follow the leader around and that's all you've got. But when it's slick and you've got a couple different groups to pick from and guys find their cars working better on the top or the bottom and fast cars are able to move up and the guys that made the right gear selection or something along those lines that have smooth power and they don't just blow the tires off of it can move forward. It's not a bad race.
No, I mean I'd rather see guys passing.
I agree.
Quick times are great and new track records are great, but if nobody's going anywhere, what's the point?
Greg, how'd that what?
Yeah. Not that you didn't know a new track record wasn't going to be set on Sunday. I mean, they haven't been there since, 93?
Right.
So, ultimately, yeah.
It's been it was like 21 years or something crazy.
Yeah, so, ultimately, they were going to set a new track record.
Right.
But,
you think technology's improved in 18 years, 21? You think technology's improved in 18 years, 21 years, whatever?
You'd be surprised, like, safety stuff and all of that has changed a lot. But, honestly, I don't think much has changed with the, I don't think much has changed with sprint cars as much as it has in the last 20 years with modifieds. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but
then why would you say something like why wouldn't a new track record be set?
Well, because the cars are more locked down. I don't think the technology has changed much, but the wings have and all of that.
All right, so the technology hasn't changed, but the
size of the wing, downforce on the cars, the chassis that everybody.
All right, so landmark innovations in terms of that stuff haven't changed a whole lot, but
right,
I gotta believe that the technology and what they're refining in terms of developing engines and the horsepower those cars are able to produce
all that has changed. Yeah.
Has certainly stepped up. I mean, there's no form of racing where that hasn't happened.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you. I get you.
That's where I was coming from.
Yeah, I'm more coming from the standpoint that it's, things are the way they are. It's not like it's huge gains or like there's just all of a sudden new this.
If you put a sprint car from 1985, 1995, 2005, and 2015 side by side, you're right. You're not going to see a lot of visual differences other than safety innovations. You take a modified from the same time frame. You're going to see some major swings. I mean, late model likewise. You're going to see some major changes from that span. But, more to the point of what we were talking about with Canandaigua. Good to see Steve Payne running top 3.
Yeah, he was right in it, right there to the end. I mean, he was good early. I mean, I just think Shepard's got things rolling right now. Sometimes when it's your time of the year, I mean, really the two hottest guys here as of late have been Matt Shepard and Larry White. I mean, Shepard won Canandaigua last week. I think he was third at Utica. And Larry White won at Fulton and he won at Utica. So those guys, rose to the top of that feature on Wednesday.
And Larry rolled by Steve early on, and then Matt Shepard went by. And Matt, you just watch Matt and you listen to the car. When he gets on the throttle, everything is so smooth. It's nice and even. I mean, he's not roasting the tires off the thing, and he can hook up on just about anything. And he's just dialed in, man. Every time he goes on the track, just outstanding.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been very good. And it'll be interesting to see how things play out now as we go forward. Again, because how everything happens. I mean, it's waves. When the wave's good and you're riding it, it's awesome until it bucks you off. And then when things start going bad, it seems like they pile up on you. Real quick.
But Matt's wave has lasted now 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, well, yeah. He had over 20 wins every season.
He's got 3 Mr. Dirt Car championships, and he lost last year's to Billy Decker, and then I think the year before that it was Brett Hearn. And
he's been strong. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he hasn't. I'm just saying in a season, you have that ripple where things go really good and then things go average. Maybe not. For some guys, it might not be bad.
I think Stu Friesen's come down off of that wave a little bit.
I mean, he won
He's got a couple wins,
sport,
but
which isn't bad. I mean, he's not having the same kind of luck at Utica that he's had in the past. He does have a win there. Fonda, he's been dominant. I mean, hard to beat. And the only thing that beat him was rain last week. That's how good he has been there at Fonda.
On the topic of waves and being on the top and coming to the bottom and rising back again, Kenny Tremont came away with a win over at Albany, Saratoga.
That was something else. Something else I kind of mentioned it, highlighted. It's nice to see Tremont having the luck that he's having and the runs that he's having. He's got a win, at both tracks now, Lebanon Valley and Albany, Saratoga. So it's nice to see him back there battling with Hearn. That's good to see. That area needs that. And, for the fans too. I mean, fans don't want to see the same guy win every week. And there is a lot of Kenny Tremont fans out there.
There's a lot of Kenny Tremont fans.
Yeah. So having him run well is a very positive thing.
Well, I think also it's exposing another generation of fans to a rivalry that sort of some of those fans might have only heard about.
They kind of faded the last few years. Not taking anything away. Kenny's still Kenny, but he has struggled there a little bit the last few years, and now he's got things going. So that's definitely good. Did you see the other big news, obviously, yesterday, or no? Or you didn't get a chance? Or do you live under a rock?
I've been under a rock.
Actually, you live under a demo derby car. So
that is true. We've been preparing pretty intensely, waiting for this weekend at Washington Courthouse, Ohio.
Yeah, so we've got new proprietors at Rolling Wheels Raceway.
Go on.
The release came out yesterday afternoon that Glenn Donnelly and company are the new management team at Rolling Wheels.
So it's not going to be a housing development.
It's probably for now.
It's probably not going to be a Lowe's.
No. It's Glenn's in, and part of the press release, and that is they are
back in 1970.
No, he's going with they're going to put that what is it called, the Cindy or whatever it's called,
the artificial dirt.
Yeah, Cindy. See the SYNDI surface.
Yeah.
On the track, and I think that will give less dust and give the fans a better experience.
Let's do it. They going to race this year?
Yeah. In theory, their first race is July 1st, but I don't think they realized that was a multi conflict with a lot of tracks. Obviously, Empire Super Sprints at Brewerton.
That was the 4-day event that was paying out like $250,000 or something absurd.
Yeah, this was going to be $5,000 for 50 laps. So, and that's also the battle at the border at Ransomville. So that's we'll see how that shakes out. I know there's been some talk of that.
There was something else that was. What was the other conflict date that sat on top of
all of them? Oh wait, last night.
That's the one. I thought there. Now what about
sold out?
Now what about the 5,500 tickets that people bought? All those
7,200, wasn't it? Oh, sarcasm. We haven't had a good joke about it in a while, so this is good.
I still want to see a picture of one of those tickets.
Yeah, we're still looking, right?
Yep. Still looking. One of these days, you see that new mystery, like the mystery spy case app, the game that's come out, and it's being pushed all over the place on Facebook.
No, I don't. You know what? I don't play a lot of games on my phone, so
I'm not a fan either. But I've got about 6,000 people that think that I need to play this thing, so they keep sending me these game requests for this. There's a new clue, there's a new case, whatever, and it's basically just an I Spy game, and you got to solve it. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, now that we have completely lost the steam on this, I was going for a ticket joke where one of the tickets will actually show up in one of those games, and that's I Spy. Yep, nothing but crickets on that one, Mike.
Yeah, I don't play any games, man. I just don't have time. I mean, and my phone sucks, so that probably has something to do with it too. I don't have one of those fancy Samsung, Galaxy 12s or whatever they got now.
Yes, you have a 2001 BlackBerry, I believe.
No, it is a 2012
BlackBerry
Motorola Expert. Thank you, with an extra battery pack.
Running on BlackBerry.
This thing's running on freaking horsepower, man, or a hamster. There's a hamster and a wheel. That's how old my phone is, but it's awesome. I like it. I got my keypad, and I can't complain. So,
I was just playing. Today some of that dirt track racing game that we were playing on the air that one night.
Yeah, I play that every once in a while. Usually when I'm on the can.
Guess where I am?
Yeah, guess what I'm doing right now.
I was running some IMCA style modifieds today.
I just went in and bought the. I paid the $10 for the upgrade, and I bought the best sprint car you can buy.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, screw this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit around here and get beat every race. I'm gonna get beat, but I'm not gonna get beat as bad every race if I buy the good sprint car.
I'm gonna at least have a fighting chance.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've won my fair share of races, but a couple of those tracks, man, I can't get around them. Can't do it.
Yeah.
So.
The D-shaped track. The D-shaped track. I like that one.
Yeah, there's a couple good ones in that game, definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you're off with you're not going to Evans Mills this weekend following the ESS tour.
Nope. Nope. I got to go to Fonda. Like I said, I mean,
I got that backwards. You were with ESS last weekend. You're going to Fonda.
Yeah,
this week?
I was both ESS last weekend and this weekend. And then if they still need me, I'll be back at Evans Mills next week. I told my if they need me, I'll be there. Then of course June 6th. And then who knows from there? You know, as my schedule kind of opens up and does its various things here. You know, the other big race. You know, we kind of talked about Canandaigua. We didn't talk about the short track Super Series race on Tuesday down at Accord, which was won by Jackie Brown Jr. So that gives him 2.
I was just gonna say you got 2 now, doesn't
he? Yeah, he got the rained out gobbler or the snowed out or calciumed out or whichever it was, and then he's got that win, and now he picked up the win in the Battle of the Bull Ring. So he's been pretty good down there at Accord.
Doing all right.
Did you? You probably haven't. Again, you said you were traveling around. Brett Dale put up the point standings today for the short track Super Series, and it is an interesting mix of cars in the points. You know, let's take a look here. It's the top 10 earnings. No, this is this is interesting too. Let's look at that in a second too. But he put up the short track Super Series point standings after Accord. Point leader by 1 point currently is Tommy Meyer. Now, when you factor in the drops, Stuart Friesen's got 140. Tommy Meyer's got he's got 195.
This is the North Region points, right?
Meyer's got 180. So Friesen will probably still be the point leader after the drops come into effect. But without the drops, Tommy Meyer's the point leader by 1 point over Stuart Friesen. Anthony Parego is third. Danny Johnson and Jerry Higbee round out the top 5. Then you've got Andy Bicchetti, Rick Laubach, Jackie Brown, Mike Rickey, and Mike Mahaney, the top 10 on that one.
And
that's interesting.
That's North Region points only, right?
No, that's that's North. He didn't put up South because they haven't had a South race since Big Diamond. So, and then what did he just put up? He put up some Money One totals. Let's check that out. Oh, this is Accord Speedway Money One totals. I was hoping it was for the series on the year. Jackie Brown's got 5,760 for winning. It's not too bad. Tommy Meyer got 3,319 for second. And 10th place paid Jeff Strunk $1,050. That's not a bad day.
Rick Laubach's leading the South points. Ryan Watt.
Yes. Yeah, Rick Laubach, what has he got? 2 wins or there's 2? Yeah, he's been whooping their behinds. He's what's he got? 100 and 100, right?
Yeah. Which one of those does he have to drop?
Yeah. I don't think the South Series there's a drop. That's the difference.
I don't believe so.
North Region you get a drop. South you don't. Yeah, Laubach's got 200. I mean that's gonna. But last year, that one hurt.
Why is that?
Oh, because I went there, and I really enjoyed it. Calling the sprint car race, the 360 sprints race, the Turnpike 30 or Turnpike 25 for the 360 sprints.
Yep.
It just I got home at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh.
And I had a Proctor Regents exam the next day.
Nice. How did that go?
It just, dude, it was bad. I was so tired. I couldn't even, I had someone else drive. And, I still slept a little bit on the way home.
Right.
And, it just, I can't do that again. I'm getting too old for that crap. So, I wish I could go. I love going to New Egypt. I'm going to get down there this year at some point. I missed their World of Outlaw race, which Darren Pittman won. But unfortunately, it's just too far.
It's down
on a work night. If it was July, I'd be there. But June 11th for me is tough. But, all the folks down there, it's in their backyard, so it's not so bad.
Sure.
So
we're going to be back here next week. And then June the 4th, we're going to be taking off because we got a bunch of stuff going on here locally. So June the 4th, there will be no 31st lap. Did you catch any? I know you kind of alluded to what the schedule was. Did you catch any of the NASCAR All-Star race?
I listened to it on the radio.
How exciting did that sound?
Didn't care.
I was expecting something good.
They can change that all they want and do all this stupid crap. It still sucks.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that completely.
I mean, you know what? My favorite part of the whole thing was the qualifying, that they got to make a pit stop.
Right.
That was it. That I thought was awesome because the crew actually matters. It's an event, but
I like the introductions. I like the race off pit road. That change was kind of cool.
Well, there's no. Yeah, what was there? Was there no speed? No, there was a speed limit on pit road for the race.
There was. Yes.
But not during the qualifying, right? You can come in there at 162 miles an hour. Now that's cool.
Lock it right down, which is the way. I mean, that's what it used to be. Come in as fast as you can, stop as quick as you can, and get out of there as fast as you can.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I don't know. I mean, I expected more out of that race. I really did. I thought Jeff Gordon was going to do something special, especially in the first segment, but there was far more. There's still 4 more segments to go after that, and it just was. I don't know, man. It just was anticlimactic. There wasn't nearly as much side by side laying on each other. I don't even think we lost a car with physical damage. Not that I advocate that the All-Star race be full of accident eliminations or anything like that, but still, I was expecting something more compelling. Can't say that I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't change the channel, but I don't know. Just left me wanting.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I listened on the radio. I think, and I got home to watch the last segment, and I mean, Hamlin won it going away. I don't know. It just doesn't do that for me. I'd rather see that at Bristol or something like that.
Right.
I want to see them beating on each other a little bit.
Can you imagine?
That would be awesome.
They had that.
But now it's just, I don't care about that garbage. I don't find any entertainment value in that. And it is what it is. It's cool. It's all the big drivers. Yeah, okay. Whatever.
I still can't figure out why we can't get a NASCAR driver on the show.
Yeah. What's the minimum number on the podcast downloads you need for that? About 500,000? I don't think we're there yet.
No.
I mean, we're rapidly approaching that.
Yeah, total since day one, we are catching. You're catching. We're catching.
How many shows we've done? We've done 100. We got a ways to go.
My mom downloads every one of them.
All right.
Yes.
6 times.
Yes.
A day.
On her computer, my dad's laptop, on her phone.
That's good.
And last week we were at 6, which tells me that she got a hold of my aunt's computer.
Oh, we were bad, aren't we? But
it's terrible. Anyway, we covered pretty much everything, didn't we?
Yeah, we're good. I
know you're beat. I don't know,
I'm
man.
tired,
I don't know
man, and I got a long weekend coming. I'm going to Glen Ridge tomorrow. Pete Dimitrazek invited me down, so I'm going to be in the area on Saturday for Fonda, so I figured why not. And we'll check out the Ridge tomorrow night. There's been a lot of talk about what can you do to help the Ridge and what can you do to help them get some cars and so on. So
cool.
We'll see.
Yep. Well, we'll be back next week, and I got to get back to the house and get more stuff put together so that we can.
Yeah,
roll
I
out in the morning.
I gotta get packing myself. I got because basically when I leave the house here on Friday night, I'm not coming home till Monday night. So
yeah, that's
packing 3 uniforms and packing. I got a grill to pack. I got to pack my music and all that stuff and get ready to rock and roll this weekend. So
it's because you're the man, Mike.
I'm not the man. I'm far from the man.
I am not a superhero. I am merely a moderately above average hero. Right?
I'm just simply a racetrack announcer. That's it. Mediocre or average at best.
Man.
But I'm honest about it.
True. Well, I guess that being the case, I think we're gonna cap. Oh, I forgot. Let me not cap this yet. We got some interesting news from Finger Lakes Public Access Television.
Okay.
They're going to have a block of sports programming, and they have been in talks with FingerLakes1.com and FingerLakes1.tv, and in the Finger Lakes area, which is channel 12 on Time Warner Cable, you'll be able to see FingerLakes1.tv programming. Ergo, the 31st lap, because we focus on local motorsports, will be part of that.
That's awful.
So we...
I guess we can't swear anymore. What the hell?
I I didn't think about that stuff.
Hey, well, you know what? Let me know when that happens. Then we could get some drivers in studio and stuff.
I know, right? I thought that was kind of cool. I mean,
you know what?
I don't think it's bad.
Hopefully they only put us on for 15 minutes because that's about all people get.
No, they're talking about running the whole show. Like those shows where we go an hour and a half. They're gonna go the whole thing.
Oh God!
Isn't that exciting?
Man, I better hit the gym, man, because they say that camera adds 20 pounds. I'm already fat.
Wait till you see the camera we have to start using.
Oh man.
But yeah, that was cool. I wanted to share that. That's something else that's coming down the line. Kind of a neat deal.
That's pretty neat. No doubt about that.
It's a moderate step forward for the 31st lap. And
can we just do it live from the Amy's Checker Flag?
Dude, how great would that be? Every week we set it up like I can't remember
TV studio in there. We'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be a ton of fun. That would be.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you we wouldn't have to worry about Finger Lakes Public Access very long.
No, we'd be good. We'd be good. So
ESPN would be knocking on the door.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They can't wait to get this show.
It could be. Anyway,
yep.
I think that's going to do it for us. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll keep you posted as things develop, and we'll see you right back here next week. Once again, appreciate it. Mike, man, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you right back here next time.